and welcome to another episode of Betcast Movie and TV Talk. So if you've watched my video or any other video with the screenshots of the G1 characters from the Bumblebee movies, B-Vision, and was confused about all the alt modes they listed for some of the characters, I'm here to clear things up. So, first up is RC. Her first alt mode says car, and yes, her G1 alt mode is a car. Her second alt mode is a motorcycle, which could be a reference to her appearance in Revenge of the Fallen, or it could be her appearance in Transformers Prime. I'm not sure which one, but I'm just going to say it's a nod to both of them. Her third alt mode says Spider, and I really have no idea where they get this from, as I've never seen a version of RC that is a spider-like creature. Maybe it was a mistype and it was some kind of vehicle, you know, something spider, some kind of supercar, but I don't know. Next up we have Cliffjumper. His first alt mode is a Cybertronian car, and yeah, duh. His second alt mode is a Porsche 924, which is the alt mode that he was in the G1 cartoon. His third mode is a Suzuki Swift, and this is a nod to the Transformers Alternators toy line, in which Cliffjumper turned into a Suzuki Swift, and I kind of like that they put that on there. The next one we have is Ironhide. His first alt mode is a Cybertronian armor truck, and I think that's the look of his alt mode in the War and Fall of Cybertron video games. His second alt mode is a Nissan Vanette, which is the G1 cartoon alt mode for him. The third alt mode is the GMC Top Kick C4500, which is the alt mode that was used for him in the 3 Michael Bay movies that he appeared in. The fourth alt mode is an African N, which I believe is a nod to the Henkai Classics toy line, in which they gave Ironhide that alt mode. Now we have Wheeljack. His first alt mode is a Cybertronian hover van, which I believe is in the first episode of the G1 cartoon. The next alt mode is a 1976 Lancia Stratos Turbo, which is the alt mode that was used for him on Earth in the G1 cartoon. The third alt mode is a 1987 Porsche 962, which is in reference to the 2003 Transformers Universe toy line, in which Wheeljack was a spy changer with this alt mode. The last alt mode is a 2006 Ford Mustang GT, and this is again in reference to the Transformers Alternators version of Wheeljack, in which he was a 2006 Ford Mustang GT. Last one we have is Shockwave. His first alt mode is a Cybertronian laser gun, which clearly is his mode from the G1 cartoon and toy. His second alt mode is a steam-powered warship. Now before I tell you what this is, I have to say I watched a video that came to the conclusion that this is them referencing the mode that Shockwave is with his Siege War for Cybertron toy. They called it a warship, and sure, a warship and a spaceship could be the same thing if you wanted it to be, but he didn't remember that the steam-powered part of the steam-powered warship was there, so it's not the Siege version of Shockwave. This is my favorite reference because it's a reference to one of my favorite IDW Transformers comics miniseries, and that is the Transformers Evolutions Hearts of Steel miniseries, which takes place in the 19th century, and in this comic book miniseries, Shockwave was a steam-powered warship. It was awesome! And his last alt mode was a Mazda RX-8, and that's referencing the Transformers Alternators toy line again, where Shockwave was sporting this sporty mode. So there, some of the alt modes for these screenshots explained. That video I watched said the same thing about, the video I watched that said the thing about Shockwave gave me this vibe that they didn't know much about Transformers outside of the movies, or they do and just wanted to say Maybe it's a future movie thing. Like, maybe in the next movie we'll get Shockwave as a Mazda RX-8 and Wheeljack will be a Ford Mustang GT. And now it's Transformers Fast and Furious. It's a lot of referencing and nodding to other incarnations of the characters. That's all I have to say, so if you want to add to the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening and goodbye.